Over the past few years, the political commentary scene has witnessed the rise of Candace Owens. She has managed to become one of the most influential right-leaning political commentators out there today. Although she has seen a lot of success and fame, her unapologetic and cutthroat demeanor has turned her into a highly controversial figure. While she is loved by many, she is also hated by just as many. This is because of what she built her career off of, making content exposing stories that she claims powerful people don't want attention put on. This caused her to make plenty of enemies on her way up, some enemies that are rather powerful and influential people. Now, according to Candace, the things she has exposed on her show might have made her a target, as she recently revealed on her social media that she believes her life might be in some sort of danger. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Candace Owens' recent claims of a bounty on her head. Let's get right into it. Right now, people likely think Candace Owens is either completely insane and making things up for attention, or in real danger of being taken out by the elite. This is because just a few days ago, she posted a very alarming post on her social media that caught everyone off guard. In the post, she claimed a trustworthy source told her that they uncovered a plot to eliminate her, also stating that this source told her that he had discovered an active bounty placed on her head, suggesting the hit was ordered by a powerful member of the elite, the French president Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte Macron. She said all of this in a post that stated, "2 days ago I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens." In short, this person claims the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in a National Gendarmerie intervention group. I am told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad and the plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Xavier Soard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of the state of France apparently wants us both gone, and he authorized professional units to carry this out. I ask that everyone retweet this and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware. But I have more specific information which is definitively verifiable should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you truly. Like I said, when I first saw this post, it caught me off guard. I honestly didn't know what to believe, as Candace does say controversial things about many powerful people, so there could be a chance of this being true. But we have also seen plenty of people making things up for viral moments, especially when they profit from viral content. So I decided to start digging into this to see what reason the president of France would have to have had Candace Owens whacked. What did she expose that would warrant such a retaliation? Well, after finding out, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if what she's saying is true. Back in 2024, Candace Owens made the shocking claims that Brigitte Macron, the First Lady of France, was actually born a male. She claimed that the French First Lady had not only secretly transitioned from male to female, but had stolen the identity of their sister and was living out as her. According to Candace, she claimed that Brigitte was actually a man named Jean-Michel. She also alleged that Brigitte and Emmanuel were somehow brothers. According to Candace, she claimed that the Macrons were allegedly involved in all types of fraud and criminal activities. Candace then launched a full-on podcast series covering the story over the span of 8 episodes.
It is time for you to wake up. So we will start from the top here with a photo of Brigitte Macron. Real name, Jean-Michel Trogneau. That person that you are looking at on the right is not a woman, okay? Here is a photo, by the way, just over the years, Jean-Michel Trogneau, as he became Brigitte. As I said, the evidence for this is overwhelming. That second photo, I believe they found a photo of him at a pride parade when he was just living as a homosexual man. That next photo is when the transition began, if I recall correctly, and that's a photo from the professor years. And the professor years of Brigitte Macron is when he statutorily Emmanuel Macron. Those are not the prerequisites, by the way. Like, to becoming a leader of a world country, you gotta like be in drama class, like Zelensky. You got to be a homosexual, like a lot of them tend to be? And are the new prerequisites that you need to have something in your closet like this and the entire state is going to work feverishly to protect the secret?
After Candace made these claims, the Macrons denied the allegations, recently revealing they would prove Bridget was born female by providing DNA evidence. They even went on to sue Candace Owens, filing a defamation lawsuit against Owens in the US. Now, it's important to note that Candace Owens isn't the first to claim Bridget was born male. There has actually been claims of this dating back to at least 2021, meaning Candace wasn't the person who created the story. She likely heard of it and reported on it. Now, while I don't have any proof that Candace Owens is being targeted because of this, I won't deny that this is possible. If by chance her claims about Bridget are true, then I wouldn't be shocked if they did in fact line up a hit. The elite are known for a lot worse. You also have to remember that Candace has a very large following, with millions of followers on all her social media platforms. The fact that she was saying this on her podcast could have made her a target, but I do have to say that she hasn't provided any proof of her claims. She claimed that her source in the French government told her about these claims because he didn't want what happened to Charlie Kirk to happen to her, but she didn't provide any evidence to support her claims. Now, I personally think it's wrong for a person to use the threat of their life for content, if that's what Candace is doing. But honestly, would you be surprised if they actually put a price on her head? We know Candace Owens often says some controversial stuff that angers a lot of people. I myself tend to question her often, but this might be one of the times she's telling the truth. So we know that there is beef, and we know they feel that Candace is influential. That's why they are suing her, because they claim she defamed them on a massive platform. Not long after Candace made this first post claiming that there was a price on her head, she made another post that said this: "Payments for my assassin ran through the club that sent. This is what I have been told. This means there is a paper trail, and I would encourage the patriots of France to do what you can do to uncover it. Please remember that there is both a female assassin and an Israeli assassin that were picked for this operation. They're a joint state operation." Now, I would hope she would have had more proof of her claims. I know that if this source is real, he can't be revealed, as that would put him in danger. But I wish there was something tangible to verify any of this. Now, I do find it interesting that Candace somehow connected this back to Charlie Kirk, as recently she's been doing tons of content about Charlie. For the last few months, Candace Owens has been in the headlines more than usual, and it all started after the death of her former co-worker Charlie Kirk. Candace and Charlie had a business relationship, co-hosting a show together years back. Although I wouldn't know if they were close friends in real life, as they hadn't worked together for years before his death, they did know each other and at minimum had a working relationship. Nonetheless, after this death, he became the center of the conversations on Candace's YouTube podcast show. Since his death, Candace has been vocal about her theories about why they actually killed Charlie Kirk since day one, becoming the leading voice for the people who question the mainstream narrative about what happened to Charlie. According to Candace Owens, what happened to Kirk wasn't a random spur-of-the-moment situation. She believes there's a grand conspiracy behind his death, suggesting that Charlie Kirk was targeted by powerful people trying to silence him, all to replace him with someone who would fall in line with their agendas. Candace has provided what she suggests as evidence to support her claims, like a still shot of the alleged shooter Tyler Robinson hanging out at an ice cream shop nearby the school where the shooting happened, not long after the shooting, suggesting that he couldn't be the shooter because what shooter would remain in the area during an active search, casually buying ice cream nonetheless, with no care in the world.
Has something. And this is what happened. Something made its way around the entire town and into my tips line repeatedly. It is a very clear image of Tyler Robinson, allegedly taken, I'll say allegedly for safety here, but it's looking right according to my timeline, allegedly taken at 6:38 p.m. at a nearby Dairy Queen. Here is that photo that we can show you. Just take a look at this photo. What is wrong with this picture? A lot is wrong with this picture. First and foremost, 6:38 p.m., you just shot someone. You have gone through great pains to hide your face, to change your outfit. But wait, you didn't fully change your outfit, did you? I'm looking at this photo and you're wearing jeans and you're wearing the maroon shirt. Now we have a 50-50 combo of the outfits. And now you're showing your eyes and you're not fearful at all that you might be recognized. Also, wow, you must have quite the stomach. You don't have a record. Next thing you know, you shoot someone and you're like, I'm just going to go have a meal. You don't seem to be too shaken or too upset. Something problematic is the location, by the way. We mapped this out. It's about 15 minutes away from the campus at a time when we're told that he's idling by, babysitting the rifle. So you can see, we're showing you, it's about a 17-minute drive away from the campus. So there should be a lot of footage then of this Dodge Challenger driving back and forth. Okay. And like I said, the biggest thing that jumps at me is he looks kind of content there. So he's got to be a full-blown psychopath wearing half of what the feds told us he was wearing in the morning and half of what the feds told us that he was wearing during the shooting. Okay, so why did he text in this exchange at all and say that he changed outfits? When you just said, I changed my t-shirt, if that's the reality, you just changed your t-shirt and that was enough? Was it just a t-shirt that he changed? The outfit, again, as I sensed yesterday, has always been problematic. I feel the outfit was the Fed mistake. We can now plot this change, this alleged Dairy Queen stop, onto our timeline. We said the first correspondence that allegedly took place between these two had to have taken place between Tyler and Lance after 6 o'clock p.m. Well, there we go. 6:38 p.m. We get an alleged photo of Tyler Robinson buying food at Dairy Queen off campus on the other side of town. My suspicion, I maintain, is that there are multiple people that are involved.
She also claimed that way before his death, Charlie had already felt in danger, believing he was being targeted. Candace claimed that not long before his death, Charlie sent an alarming text message to a staffer at Turning Point USA, telling him that they were going to take him out. Candace believed these text messages could potentially be linked to his alleged refusal to fall in line when it came to pushing agendas for the Israeli elite.
I want to say one more thing rather explosively. 3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me. Okay. He did not express that to me. So I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. And again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10, that, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought were going to kill him?
Candace believes that Tyler Robinson wasn't the actual shooter behind Kirk's death. She claims he was set up to take the fall.
To me, what I've learned is that his father does not believe, his parents don't believe that their son committed this crime. I was like, huh? Excuse me? That's a far cry from what the media has been telling us. Remember, the media presented this amazing story. The father realized his son was guilty, so it goes, right? And then he phoned over a friend to help him convince his son to turn himself in, because this guy, this mysterious guy was a friend and just had a connection with Tyler. And eventually they said, you've got to do the right thing here. We know this is you. That was the vibe. Certainly that's what the media was putting down for us to pick up. Well, I was told actually that it was kind of the opposite. That quote unquote family friend, who we learned was a former detective with the police force, informed the family. It was that in-between person that informed the family that Tyler had been identified as the shooter. He recognized him. He knows Tyler. He gives them the heads up. And then I'm told, and I believe this, that the way in which he got arrested, or rather turned himself in, was because that family friend / neighbor / former detective told him, hey, it's best for you to turn yourself in because there's only one of 2 options here. Either you turn yourself in and everything is peaceable, or the SWAT team could come in here and arrest you and things would get crazy. So that's what happened. He went over to their house. Tyler was called over. Tyler was bewildered. He disputed the idea that he had murdered Charlie Kirk. In fact, according to my source, Tyler has never even stepped foot on UVU campus.
She believes the actual shooter was a trained assassin hired by the Israeli elite. Candace also suggested the FBI might be working to cover all this up. Now to many, this seems like Candace is fighting for the truth, as she would want to know what really happened to her good friend, and she's going to do anything to expose it. But to others, it seems like she's exploiting the death of Charlie Kirk for content to make as much money as possible. Which honestly, if you go to her YouTube channel, almost all her recent videos and live streams have all been about Charlie Kirk, bringing in millions and millions of views that are all monetized. Now, like I said before, I never trust the official story the authorities told us about what happened to Charlie. I too believe Charlie was set up by powerful people, but like I explained in my Patreon exclusive video, I know Charlie wasn't set up because of what Candace claims. If you saw that Patreon video, you would know that Charlie's death was a part of a larger, more disturbing plan. If you're one of my members and haven't seen that video, I would provide a link to it in the description. Now, while I do have my concerns about Candace, I don't think it would be far-fetched for her to be a target. We are talking about the elite, and a lot of the times Candace is exposing them. Even with this Charlie Kirk situation, Candace is calling out some big powerful names. Powerful people that do have the power and the influence to make people disappear. Now, whether what she says is true or not, that is yet to be determined. But she is ruffling a lot of feathers. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the elite wanted her gone. But I also wouldn't be surprised if there's more to all of this. Either way, I pray for Candace, as if she's telling the truth, I wouldn't want anything to happen to her or anyone. Hopefully she's moving right. If these claims are true, by Candace making it public, hopefully it might make them call it off. I want to know what you guys think about all of this below. Do you think Candace is an actual danger? Or do you think she's just doing all of this for content? Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.